What is up, you guys? In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the number one killer of every growing business. Let's dive in. All right, well, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Just a quick reminder, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to go check out the Handmade Business Secrets podcast. The first 85 episodes or so of that did not make it to YouTube. We've got some longer episodes in there. Got a lot of great feedback. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about the number one killer of a growing business. And the number one killer of a growing business is poorly managing your cash flow. Poorly managing your cash flow. People run out of money, right? As you start growing your business, you're spending more money to grow. If you're not careful, you will run out of money. So the skill of learning to manage cash flow is incredibly important. Right now, if you're watching this and you're a solo guy in your garage or making your handmade thing, as you start to scale, or if you get vision for the future, and it includes moving out of the garage into a commercial space, making some other steps, you're going to need to make sure that you develop the skill of managing cash flow. Otherwise, your vision won't ever become a reality. And so I want to give you a couple practical ways to manage your cash flow better. These are really practical. These are ways to help you as you start to grow, as you start to scale, understand the right way to spend your money and the wrong way to spend your money as you grow. Because here's the deal. Most people, they just start seeing more money in their accounts than they've ever seen before. So they start doing things that they've never done before. And so we don't want to implement a bunch of bad habits or bad ideas or processes right in the middle of trying to grow our business. We want to stay super structured and disciplined with our money, making sure that we're only spending it on the absolute necessities while growing. So here's the first kind of rule that you need. Live as though you don't have any money, okay? Your business needs to operate as though you just started and you're on a shoestring budget. Now, some people may hear this and they may say, well, Zach, that's a poverty mentality, right? That's thinking poorly. Well, here's the deal. You are still poor. When you first start your business, you are still poor. And so you can dream, have big dreams and big visions for the future, but the reality is that your reality has not actually lined up with your vision yet. So you need to have the big vision, but from a realistic, reality-based standpoint, you need to be frugal. You need to be really tight with your finances. And so what does this mean? To run your business as though you don't have any money. So it means that the only money that you can spend is to complete an order, to make you more efficient, or to generate you more business, more leads. When I say each of these things, there's caveats to these. So when we talk about spending money to complete an order, that does not mean going and buying the biggest and the best and the finest tools in order to complete an order. There's a thing called a minimum viable product. What's the most basic level of something that we can create to sell? Then we can make it better off of that. Well, there's a minimum viable product that you need inside of your shop or in however you do what you do to produce what it is that you produce. And so that's what you should have. You shouldn't be going and buying a bunch of expensive, fancy tools. It's a really poor and inefficient use of your money, and you're going to run out of money if you do that. So the phrase, run your business as though you don't have any money, the only reason we say it like that, the only reason I say it like that is because it's going to change your thought processes around spending. Because when you start getting some money, you start having a business that's kind of cash flowing a little bit, your mind is going to run wild on all that you could do with it, all the things you could do with the money. And so I just want to encourage you to stay the course, don't get spacey, stay the course, and be thoughtful around your spending habits, okay? So second thing, and this one's going to be painful for a lot of people and they're not going to like it, and I'll be honest, I don't like this either. Be willing to pay yourself either nothing or very little for the first 6 to 12 months inside your business. Now, this is painful, I know. I don't like this idea, I don't like this concept. But the reality is, when we think about this from a big picture standpoint, would you rather have the entire pie of a pie that's this big, or would you rather have 30% of a pie that's this big? And so the reason that we talk about that and the reason that we focus on that is because business is a great multiplying tool. There's not very many things out there that you can put $1 in and get $5 or $10 back out. You know, your investments, like a good strategic investment that everybody recommends is getting 8 to 12% a year. So that means if you put $1 in, you're gonna get 8 to 12 cents back out. Business, you put $1 in, you can get 5 to 10 or 15 or $20 out. So business is a great multiplier. What that means is that I should pour as much money back into that multiplying machine as I can. And so I would rather, instead of having a business that does $5,000 or $10,000 a month and getting 50% of that, I would rather have a business that does $50,000 a month and get 10% of that. Why? Why would I want that? Now, People have different goals. People have different things that they care deeply about. Some people, they just want the freedom. They want to chill, right? And so the $5,000 to $10,000 a month goal may be a better thing for them. But for me personally, I always wanted to have a smaller piece of something bigger for a couple reasons. So number one, it's because I've removed myself from it. I would rather have a little piece of a lot of people's time. I'd rather have a little piece of a lot of businesses and lots of opportunities than a whole piece of something that I have to have myself fully engaged in all day, every day for it to work. Okay, that's number one. But then number two, I'm always thinking about an exit strategy. I'm always thinking about the future. I'm always thinking about, well, if I had a business that was doing $5,000 to $10,000 a month, what could I sell that business for? And if I had a business that was doing $50,000 a month, what could I sell that business for? Now, there's lots of other factors that play in: net profits, what your EBITDA is. That's a big fancy word. There's all that stuff that plays into that. When it comes to managing your cash flow, it's really important to reinvest into the multiplying machine, which is your business. And so if you're pulling out a bunch of cash, you're not putting money back into the thing that's going to make you more money. I always, one of the only places I really like spending my money is back on things that make me more money. I'm doing this in multiple areas of my life. I'm doing this in real estate. I'm doing this in businesses. I'm doing this trading online. We're doing this in lots of different ways. But spending money on stuff that makes you more money is always a good investment if you run the numbers and the return makes sense. So here are a couple just ways to practically manage your money as you grow your business. And so if you have any other questions about this, be sure to let me know. But the overall arching idea here is that in order for you to get past all of your financial sticking points along your journey, you're going to have to be really wise with money. You're not going to be able to just to be good at woodworking or good at whatever your handmade business is, and it's just going to blow up and you're going to have more money than you know what to do with. You're going to have to know how to strategically plan and utilize your finances in a way that allows you to scale and to grow. And so a couple free resources for you. Obviously, this page, we have hundreds of videos all around growing your woodworking or handmade business, but we've got a free ebook below. It's the first link in the description below. Other than that, we've got a couple different programs you should check out. So number one is the Handmade Hero Academy. If you are stuck below $10,000 a month inside of your business, you're going to want to check that out. Inside of that program are all the tools and ideas and thoughts and strategies that I use to break the $10,000 per month barrier inside of my own business, okay? That's number one. Number two is the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. Right now, I think we have 27 or 28 clients inside of that program, and we are adding to it daily, and it is regional. So once we take someone in your area, we cannot take you on. If you think that might be a good fit for you, go ahead and apply for it. We can hop on a call, see if it's a good fit. If it is, great. If not, no sweat off of either our back. So with that being said, love you, appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.